I am stressed.
I feel stressed. I'm so stressed.
So stressed. Excuse the absolute state of moi. I need to go for a shower. But anyways, today and yesterday have been two of the most stressful days of my life. Okay, so basically, this is such a long story, but basically it is absolutely impossible bringing your pet back to Ireland if you want to. So if anybody out there wants to bring their pet into Ireland, just know that it will cost you an arm and a leg, and it is the most difficult thing in the world, and there are so many rules and complications that you will need to think about and go through. And oh my god, I currently have a massive migraine. Okay, ignore my hair, I need to go first. Currently have a massive migraine because I just can't deal well under stress. The cause of my stress, this right here, this little ball of fur right here, this is the cause of my stress. Okay, so obviously living in Cyprus at the moment, and we took in a stray kitten. Can't even be mad because look, Mimi, 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 are you snoozing? My snoozy baby. Oh,
I can't even be mad.
so yes, Mia is the cause of my
Stress and my grey hairs and my wrinkles on my forehead and my early
death due to stress, because stress is actually really big. I think it's like one of the biggest killers. I could be completely incorrect, I think that's true, but I know stress has a really negative effect on people and I can feel this taking its toll on me.
But I'll be fine.
Obviously we want to bring Mia home. It's out of the actual picture of leaving her here. We're not leaving her here, no way. I would not be able to. I would feel heartbroken. I just could not take in a pet, and she became part of our family like straight away. When we were taking her in, me and Owen were saying,
Okay, we'll take her in, we'll raise her, and then once she's big, we'll let her back out onto the streets because she would not have survived as a baby because she was starving and she probably would have got crossed in the road. So
we said,
okay, we'll take her in and then we will put her back out onto the streets after a few weeks when she grows up and she can find her way around on the streets. She'll be fine.
we knew that was never going to happen. We knew as soon as we took her in that this bond was going to grow, and there was no way, no possible way that we were going to put her back out on the streets, and we know that. We were just kidding ourselves. So obviously we are going back home to Ireland for Christmas, and we need to bring her back home with us. Like, we're not leaving her in Cyprus. This is where the stress starts. This is where the trouble starts.
So basically,
we got over here with Ryanair. Okay, that's fine. Our flight was booked home with Ryanair. But Ryanair don't take pets on their plane. Not at all. So we were like, right, okay, fine. So then we were like, okay, how will we get home? Airline do not fly to Cyprus. Of course. So I'm like, what are we going to do? So basically, we have to get a flight with Transavia. I've never heard them in my life. Flight with Transavia from Larnaca to Amsterdam. Okay, so first of all, we live in Paphos. Paphos is an hour and a half drive from Larnaca, something like this. So first of all, we have to get an hour and a half taxi to our taxi to Larnaca.
great.
Then, second, so we have to get a flight from Larnaca to Amsterdam.
Cool, that's grand.
Then we had flights booked from Amsterdam to Dublin. Cool, no problem, because Airline take pets on their plane.
Oh yes, this is another thing.
So Transavia are brilliant. So we can take Mia with us on the plane in the cabin, so she will literally be at our feet for 40 euro. Okay, 40 euro, so cheap. So easy. You literally just have to book her on as if she's a passenger on the flight. Book her on, grand, no bother. Obviously you have to make sure we have all the necessary documentation, but that's fine. We already have that sorted. We've already got her rabies, we've already got her vaccinations, her pet passport, she's sorted. Microchip, everything. So simple to go Transavia. this is where the stress starts. Okay, so obviously when I was booking Aer Lingus, I was researching pets. They say, yes, you can bring pets with you from Amsterdam to Dublin. So when I was booking the flight from Amsterdam to Dublin with Aer Lingus, I was thinking,
grand, okay.
I'll just have to add her onto the flight after. Okay, so mine and Owen's flights are booked with Aer Lingus. So then basically, when I'm researching how to add on your pet to the flight,
Oh my god.
they tell you to go here, there, and everywhere. They don't make it simple for you. They don't say, okay, fill in her details here, we'll add her onto the flight. No, they don't say, contact these people and they will add her onto the flight. They say, our cargo people is IAG Cargo, contact them and they will sort you out. Okay, so that was okay. Contacted IAG Cargo, you had to fill out a form. Filled out the form, they have not got back to me. So we rang them. When they answered, they said,
We can't help you, sorry. You will have to go through
they gave us 4 companies.
any of these. They will have to make the booking, then they will get in contact with us, and then we can add her onto the flight.
So I've contacted the 4 places. Only 2 have got back so far. One of them told us, sorry, we actually can't help you.
Useless.
Then another one got back to us. €1,100 to fly Mia from Amsterdam to Dublin.
What?
Right here. €1,149.50. My headache is coming back.
Fine, whatever.
And then there's all these regulations and restrictions and requirements that you need to make sure that you have done. Basically, another one of the things is you have to be there like 6 hours before your flight. Like we get into Amsterdam and then our flight's like 3 hours after or 2.5 hours after. So we're not even gonna be there in time. So that's one stress, okay? Then another company got back to us. They said, yeah, we can do it for like €700, but you have to be flying with a different airline, which is called KLM or something. That was annoying. Another thing was I tried booking flights with KLM to Ireland with Mia on the plane. It would have cost €70 to add her onto the plane and they take her in the cabin. However, for some reason, Ireland do not allow pets in to Ireland on the plane. They have to go as cargo. What I don't understand is why they can go as cargo, so they will be underneath the plane, but they cannot come in the cabin or like added onto the plane.
I don't get it.
That's suspicious.
Apart from the fact that it's for heaps of money. Heaps of money that we do not have. Anyways, so that was a massive stress. So obviously we're thinking,
Oh my god, it's coming up to Christmas. We're paying rent, we have to pay for all our flights home. We're going home like we don't have an extra €1,000 to spend.
but anyways, still trying to keep a positive mind, which is so difficult, bear in mind. So then I'm trying to be positive and I'm like,
Okay, what about if we, get the flight to Amsterdam and then we'll go from there?
because Amsterdam's quite close to Ireland, like they're not far away at all. So then I was thinking,
Right, okay.
wait till you see this plan I wrote. Then I thought I was being really positive, really smart, making this plan, okay? And then when I look back at it, I'm like, this is crazy. Crazy. Okay, so basically then this plan I came up with was that we were going to fly from Larnaca to Amsterdam, then we were going to stay in Amsterdam because the train the next morning, we would not have made the next train to Amsterdam, okay? So then the train we would get the next morning at 8 AM and then we would get the train from Amsterdam to London, then get, I think it was 2 separate trains from London to Holyhead in Wales and then get a ferry from Holyhead to Dublin and then get a lift home. So that was fine. It was not even working out that expensive. It was kind of around like €600. No, €700. Okay, that would have been fine. But then we have 3 big suitcases, 2 small suitcases, my handbag, his school bag, and Mia in her little box. So that was a stress. And then, so I started looking up train times and all this, and then the ferry says, sorry, you can't bring pets if you're a foot passenger. So you're only allowed to bring pets in the ferry if you're in a car or in a vehicle.
Why? Ugh.
Getting on and off trains with 3 suitcases, 3 big, like they're large, 3 large suitcases, 2 small suitcases, Mia, 2 bags. It was crazy and it's just so much stress and then so much could go wrong because there's so many different trains.
Trains, planes, automobiles.
Literally hotels, everything. Like it was a bit of a crazy plan. So The absolute stress we have gone through. So I think we have come up with a solid plan. We just need to make sure that we can 100% get her on one of the planes. At this point, we're just like, we don't care how much we have to pay. Obviously, we're not leaving her home. If we have to pay €1,000, pay €1,000, whatever. So one of the companies, the company that said it was €700, but we need to fly with this company. I think what we are going to do is we're gonna fly to Amsterdam. I think we arrive in like 6 p.m. and then spend one night in Amsterdam and then get flights out the next day, because at least that way we will 100% know that we will make home. So basically I think I'm gonna fly with Aer Lingus because I already have my flight booked with Aer Lingus, so why won't I? And then at least I can take 2 of the big suitcases and a small suitcase and my bag. So I'll have 4 bags, and Owen is gonna go with Mia on the other flight with KLM, so then we don't have to pay even more money because it was working out so expensive to add 2 more flights on. So Owen's gonna go with Mia on that flight and she's gonna go with the cargo. And I think it's so annoying then because there's 4 hours in the difference of the flights, and if we wanted to get flights near the same time, it was working out so much more expensive. So basically he has to leave first. I have to come like 4 hours behind him, but I mean, I'll be fine. I'll have my laptop and stuff with me, so I'll be able to keep occupied, but it's just really frustrating. And then at least he'll get in and then he'll be able to sort me and have me ready to go by the time I get there. It's gonna be scary flying on a plane on my own, but I've done it before.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I feel like crying.
There's just so many little things to think about. COVID restrictions in all these places, having our tests done, making sure everything is 100% for this little girl. This little girl,
She does not realize.
this little girl does not realize how lucky she is. Like, honestly, please look at her. She's spoiled rotten. But on the positive side, we're just really happy that she's got really comfortable with her box. Like, she loves it.
Oh my god. This is another stress.
I think this is my last stress and then I'm done. So flying with Transavia, so because she's going in the cabin, she needs to be in a flexible bag. That is not a flexible bag. We had already bought this box for her because we knew flying with Aer Lingus, she needs to be in a solid crate. Then I had to order her a flexi bag the other day and it came and it's a little bit small, and I'm like,
She needs to stop growing.
because if she keeps growing, she's going to get to the point where they're going to say
She's squashing that. She's not like.
she's not squashing at the minute. Like, she can move comfortably in it, but she can't fully stand up, and one of the rules is that she has to fully stand up. But so much to stress and worry about, and try not to panic, because if I start panicking then I get in such a mood and then I take it out on Owen, and then Owen's giving it to me and I'm giving it to him, and it's just, but honestly the amount of money we have spent on Mia, oh, and just so many things to think about. And then like, I'm stressing because I think Amsterdam went into a lockdown, and what if there's COVID, and and it's so close to Christmas, and what if we can't make it home on time for Christmas, and I will literally
Cry.
because Christmas is my favorite time of year, and I am so excited, so looking forward to it, and I am praying everything goes smoothly and that we'll be fine. I know we'll be fine. Look at these spots like I'm breaking out. This is just a little vent because I've been venting on the past 2 days and he just keeps telling me to stop freaking out and stop stressing and everything's gonna work out, but I just can't help it.
But I can't help it.
And then we were thinking of maybe changing our flights to come home a week earlier, but then
Another stress.
we are flying home like around the 18th of December. And we have to pay for the full month of December's rent, which is so flippin' annoying. Because we arrived here on the 21st of June and we had to pay for the whole month of June. And now we're going home on like the 18th of December. We have to pay for the whole month of December. Like, we have to pay for a full extra month. Yeah, so this is basically just my little event, and let's hope I don't have a flippin' panic attack in the next few minutes, because all I can think about is everything that needs to be done. It's less than a month we're going home, and I feel like at the minute I was really excited last week, but ever since finding out that the whole Aer Lingus thing was a sham, it's just really stressful.
But anyways,
I am done stressing for this evening, so I am turning off stress mode for tonight, turning off phone, laptop, everything, and we're gonna watch a Christmas movie and we're gonna relax and I'm gonna start everything again tomorrow. So thank you for joining me on my stress episode. As you can tell, I am feeling a bit mad at the minute, and yeah, I just need to zen.
Maybe I'll do some meditation.
Okay, bye.